What it do, what it do, what it do? It's your boy, Silly Sell, and we back in here with another episode of Juice City Legends. If you have not, please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, gang, we about to get into this video, man. I'm gonna get straight to it, man. So I was just watching VladTv, and I saw another video of Vlad and Michael Jai White commenting on Tupac Shakur. Now, everybody got an opinion, man. I can't hate nobody or dislike nobody for having their opinion, just like I have my own opinion. And I was gonna make a video about this some months ago, man. But I just feel that Michael Jai White got some personal dislike for Tupac Shakur, man. It seems like in every interview he tries to go out his way to make it seem like Tupac was a fraud person, to make it seem like the people love Tupac for a reason that I don't think is the reason that why we love Tupac so much. See, I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s or whatever, so I know the impact that Tupac Shakur had on everybody. And especially Vlad, he liked to go with this running narrative that Tupac, after he played in the movie Juice, that he tried to portray that character within his real life. And he always tried to bring up the situation with Tupac going to performing art school, trying to take that away from him, trying to make him look soft in some kind of way. But me personally, like I said, these kids on the internet that never heard of Tupac or probably just heard it from their parent perspective, they can run with that. They can run with that and believe that because somebody like Vlad has such a large platform. But I can tell you myself, we never looked at Tupac as no big-time gangster. That was not the reason that we like Tupac. The reason we like Tupac, for one thing, because of his talent. Tupac had jamming music. Tupac had jamming music. The reason people like him, another reason people like him, is because Tupac was outspoken. He wasn't scared to speak his mind. He wasn't afraid, even when he said too much. Even when he said stuff he probably shouldn't have said, he was only being his true self. So we feel like Tupac was a true artist. He was being truthful when you had artists out here putting on a facade and being characters and not showing you them real self. And another reason we like Tupac, he was just that guy, man. And as far as the gangster stuff, that a lot of Pac haters like to say that Pac tried to portray himself as a gangster. If they really listen to Tupac music, they would hear him say he wasn't a drug dealer. He tried to sell drugs when he was young. He couldn't do it. He kept on messing up. He just wasn't in them. F the World, he said, I ain't no blood or cuz. So they killed that narrative right there that people say he was trying to rep Mob Pop Real and all that type of stuff right there. In my opinion, Tupac was just a real person. A real person. You don't have to be a gangster to be real. And on every situation, on every occasion that Tupac had a chance to prove himself, he proved himself. A lot of these rappers, they roll with an entourage, send other people to do stuff for them, but they rap about killing, robbing. Tupac never rapped about none of that. Tupac only rapped about defending himself because he was offspring of the Panthers. And if you know anything about the Panthers, they was taught to move militant, protect yourself by any means necessary, the Malcolm X approach. So that's why you saw Tupac with guns all the time, because that was in his upbringing to protect himself. We have the right to bear arms, to bear firearms, to protect ourselves. The situation when he shot the police officers. How many of these folks, so-called gangster rappers, would have had the courage to see something just going on and get his gun out and bang and risk his freedom for people he didn't even know just because he wanted to stand up for his people? Ain't too many of them. The whole situation with the New York situation is some gangster stuff in itself. First of all, Tupac called out these New York drug dealers and street guys that was extorting a lot of people in the music industry, some of y'all favorite rappers, He spoke on that. Now, that wasn't in the street sense. That's not gangster because you're supposed to keep it in the streets. But I'm telling y'all, he wasn't a gangster. That's why he felt the need to speak his mind, say he wasn't getting it started like so-and-so, and this person and that person. And he basically stood up to some real street gangsters. The whole beef in New York with Jimmy Henchman and King Tut and all them, those guys are street cats that a lot of your favorite rappers were scared of. Tupac actually went at it with these guys. That's the reason he was robbed and shot. Not because he was trying to be a fake thug, because he spoke up. And even in the situation when he went to jail, he spoke out against these guys, which is not a gangster thing to do because he wasn't a gangster or a street dude. He was just a real person, a real genuine person. And he spoke out against these guys, and they wanted to teach him a lesson, and he got shot. For the situation with Biggie, Pac only felt like Biggie was doing all this talking and saying he was the king of New York. If something happened to one of you all on the West Coast, I'm going to be real and let y'all know what's going on. So Pac knew Biggie didn't have nothing to do with it. But Biggie, that happened on Biggie's home, on his turf, and Biggie wouldn't give him the answer that he needed, which is, I still can't say that's a reason to blame Biggie, but you got to understand, Tupac was a young man. Tupac was 22, 23 years old at that time in the music industry with a lot of people that was against him. So he made some wrong decision, but we talking about a man who died at 25 years old. I know I made all type of bad decisions at 25 years old. I'm sure Vlad did. I'm sure Michael White did. But to try to go out your way, to try to make this man seem like he was fake and all that, when that wasn't why we love Tupac. He was one of the best artists. His music ride to this day. He was one of the more visible artists, meaning that he let everybody in his life. We knew what was going on with him. That's why we followed him so much. And like I said, he was real. He poured his heart out to us. That's why we love Tupac so much. It ain't got nothing to do with being gangsters, because there's real gangsters in my neighborhood that I grew up knowing that I didn't look up to. I didn't look up to them. I despised them of anything. So we love Tupac because of who he was. It ain't had nothing to do with him trying to be gangster. None of that. So, Michael Jai White, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. You speaking on a man who died at 25 years old and been dead almost 30 years old. You speaking so negative to try to take away from why the fans love him so much. And it just show a lot about yourself. That you keep on bringing this subject up. You can kill that. You could have killed that a long time ago. We all know Tupac went a gangster, but we love Pac because Pac was Pac. And Vlad, everything about your channel is benefiting our black culture. You've interviewed all type of gangbangers, killers, but you try to act like you against it when you didn't want to interview the guy Fleet Johnson and all that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself too, man. You know what I'm saying? But a real Pac fan, we're going to stand up, man. That's why I love the art of the dialogue, because the art of dialogue, instead of him getting information from somebody close to Pac, then putting his own twist on it like Vlad would do, the art of dialogue, he gonna get the person on there and let them speak for themselves instead of doing what Vlad do. Vlad, you ain't nothing but a culture vote. That's all you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be nothing without our people. So I don't even feel like you got the right to be speaking on Tupac anyway. But with that being said, this your boy Sally Sell. I'm in this car. Sitting here, I ain't got my AC on because I want y'all to hear me good and clear. But this your boy Sally Sell with Juice City Legend. We checking out. Peace.